easy button?
Mm-hmm.
What easy button?
Isn't that like a Staples or something?
Huh?
They have like a commercial. It's like easy button. You're like,
Oh.
Please select a mission.
We'll have to go back for
everything becomes
that
easy,
one.
even though that's not how life works.
We'll get back to Heroes Way and back up, back down. I'm trying not to bother people with repeating the same missions. And that one was I completed it S rank, and that one was we died a bunch. But I've got that one figured out, so I'll get back to it later. I probably won't record it though, because I'm not trying to bore people.
Do any of these become like unchecked?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like I've done missions where they like become unchecked. But, like I definitely know I've done that before.
Only if you like lost your save or something.
Huh.
Oh, where's that? There, I know there's a spot somewhere that has that vehicle that I took on the other one, and I used it to come blow them all up.
I have no idea.
I think they all go there. And I took a vehicle from somewhere
right.
around here.
'Cause they'll coop up in that little like
So, I'm gonna
Indiana
go here.
Jones type
It's
area.
the place with the honeybee, I think.
Yep.
I've got cargo +1. I need cargo +2 to pick up tanks, which I would love to do.
Where did you see that at?
It's in development. It doesn't tell you that's what it does, but that's what it does.
Oh.
You can pick up tanks and the big cargo stuff. I'm all set on this stuff. So, cool. I like the mornings, so.
That's so strange.
Alrighty. We're getting back to questions. I don't know if we did last time. I kind of think we didn't, but we might have just...
We've done them for a few episodes, I thought.
Yeah, maybe
Which is
like
fine.
2 or so.
Every now and then.
We just kind of freestyled it, yeah. But it is a fun thing to do, and it keeps the thing flowing. So we're currently at... Excuse me. We're currently at... If you could ask your future self one question, what would it be? I like this one.
I feel like the obvious answer is, what stock should I invest in?
I guess. It's funny, I didn't even think about, like, oh, how can I...
That's like the most practical one. Be like, okay, what stock should I invest in now? And be like, it'll explode in like 5 years. I'm like, okay, I'm out.
Not to say, like, oh, I'm not being that, oh, I'm so high and mighty, I'm pure, whatever. I honestly didn't even think about, oh, maybe I can... But I'm also kind of a believer in the future is the future, so...
How do you mean that? Like,
It's gonna happen. So it's kind of like this.
Made. You believe in that kind of thing?
If you've ever watched one of the shows where they're like, oh my gosh, I have to stop this from happening, and by trying to stop it, they cause that event.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of how I think. It's like, if you get a chance to peek at the future, that's what it's gonna be, and it's gonna be that way because you got that chance or whatever. No matter what, that's the outcome.
Are you all about that time as a flat circle business?
Time is a flat circle. I don't know that I would phrase it like that, I guess. But basically it's the thought process, if I recall that, is like all time is happening at once, I guess, is how I believe it's explained.
Oh, right. I guess, yeah. Because that's like kind of getting into the, like, in multiple dimensions are happening at once.
Yeah, sort of.
God, that stuff like melts my brain.
It's funky and it's hard to...
super neat, but my God.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I'm iffy because my thought on it is essentially we will probably not ever get a time travel thing. Just, I don't know, because of the way that works. It's a really, really iffy kind of territory.
That seems like an extremely advanced kind of technology, if that's even possible in the first place.
Yeah, and you can be like, oh, time's a man-made concept anyway, so whatever. And yeah, there's truth to that, but it's more like a thing we've used to describe that, I guess. Oh God, I remember this place. This is not where I went. Usually, I think I went away from here. Oh no, this is where I got the thing, isn't it?
It might be you.
I think it is. I think a thing showed up and I took it. Dang. So anyway.
Wouldn't you think that if time travel exists at some point in the future, they would come back?
It depends on your thought
Or
process.
is that, yeah, I don't know.
And how time traveling works.
Funky.
That's the other thing. And yeah, so that's the thing. It's such an up in the air thing that it's really dependent on how it works and all that. But because, I don't know. It's just such a weird thing to think about because of the oops. Oh my gosh! Please already.
Oh jeez.
Just real quick, I'm sorry.
Do you see that? Do you see that one story about like the guy who came back in time and like this, like the CIA or FBI interviewed him?
Is this supposed to be a real story?
I guess so. I mean, I think most of it's like conjecture. But
Was it just like some dude was like, "Hey, I came back in time," and they're like, "Oh, tell us about
I
it."
think it was that, and I might have heard this on Game Grumps. I'm not sure if I did. I'm sorry for rehashing the story, but it's like some dude came. He claims he came back in time, and then he like, when whoever interviewed him, he was like right about all these events. I'm not sure. It's a super weird story. I'd have to look it up, but
Yeah, it's not what I'm familiar
interesting
with.
if it's true. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
It seems a little crazy, but
Analysis complete.
like that. What do you call it? That Sherlock Holmes quote you slid by me earlier.
Oh yeah, I'm
Could-
pretty sure
could
it was
be true.
Sherlock Holmes. Once you removed all other possibilities, whatever's left, no matter how crazy, must be the answer.
Analysis complete.
I think the problem with that is that people are too quick to jump to this must be. They don't go through the full elimination process before they're like, oh, that has to be it. Like the guy,
Oh yeah, definitely.
one of the guys that I'm friends with from when I was working at Best Buy, he got real bothered when a couple of them got bothered when I was like, yeah, that ghost stuff is kind of dumb. And I didn't phrase it quite like that because I knew they believed in it. But basically, it makes no sense. So that bothered him. And that's the thing. People are so quick to jump to, well, it wasn't this, so it must have been that there's no time to properly say, oh, it wasn't this, but it also wasn't this. It's like there are a lot of other things it could have been, but you were just so quick to it must have been a ghost that you didn't eliminate those as an option. Also, getting back on the topic of the question.
That's what I've been thinking about. I'm the stock question, I think, practically makes sense, but
Yeah, I get the
If I
logic
give-
of
if I
it.
give
You want to
it-
set yourself up.
if I give a genuine answer, I'm not sure.
Extraction arrived at
Well, I think your first answer is probably your most genuine. If that was your go-to where you're just like, probably stocks, you're probably like, I want to... And that's not even... People are like, oh, you're selfish. It's not even a matter of that. Everyone wants to make sure that they're set up. Because even my question... So, okay. My question that I was genuinely thinking was, are you happy? Because that's the... I think that's the important thing. And if I had a chance to talk to myself in the future, and I'm like, no, I'm not. You know, this sucks or something's going on or whatever. One, that tells me I'll probably have gone through a big personality change. So I feel like it's pretty easy to find happiness, I guess. Or at least something to keep you not sad. But... Two, it's like, well, I've got to try something to, as much as I believe the whole, it's going to happen regardless, I've got to try something to improve that, because that's really what it's about. You just got to be happy. You know what? I don't know. There's not a lot of point in going through the motion if you're just miserable, which isn't to be like, hey, end it, It's like... That's another, you're too quick to jump to the one conclusion. The conclusion should be, try your best to find out, and it probably won't be easy.
So
but
something's making you unhappy, and
yeah, and if it's it could be a chemical thing. It might not be something you have control over, but try to find out what it is, and then try to fix it, I guess. And it might be difficult or basically impossible, but dang, what's the point if you're not willing to help yourself, then why should anybody else?
boy, there's a lot of donkeys down here.
There are.
So you would ask yourself 5 years from now, what
Is it 5 years? It's just you in the future, but yeah.
Okay, you in the future. Okay.
If you could ask your future self a question, are you happy? I just think that's the most important thing. even now with all the struggles I've had with bills and trying to get another job and all this kind of stuff, it's like,
that's a pretty solid question.
yeah, I'm still pretty happy. I'm, you know,
Like
I'm
if
able
you're
to hang
going
out with
down the
friends
right
and
path to make you happy.
yeah. If I'm like in the future me is like, listen, man, I'm really happy, but I'm gonna warn you, I'm making like $5 an hour. Well, clearly it's a good enough setup for me. If I'm making $5 an hour and maybe I'm like sitting in a van, as long as whatever it is I'm doing is keeping me happy, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good enough for you, that's at the end of the day, that's literally all that matters. Yeah, I guess the stock option is fitting. I would just like to be financially secure so I can do whatever I want. I can explore like creative and artistic stuff.
I feel that.
That's kind of where my head's at right now.
But I think that's an immediate concern, and I think that's why.
Yeah.
If I could ask my future self about something, it wouldn't be money, just because that's something I need to take care of now. And while it's a potential easy out to be like, oh, hey, who wins the World Series this year or whatever, one, I know I won't pay attention to that in the future, so I don't know what the point is. And two, I don't know if I ever got somebody who can translate. And two, it's like that's kind of my thing to deal with now. And me in the future, I'd rather know, did it work out, did it not work out, are you happy or not? Money's a now thing, happiness is a long term.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, dog.
I hate that I didn't get a translator.
That's like one of the first missions, I think. Oh, can you not interrogate him or anything?
Where are your friends?
He speaks Russian. What we need is an interpreter.
Dang it.
The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. But that's a problem if you don't speak the
Well, that's a bummer.
language.
Yep.
Need a staff member with the interpreter skill to do simultaneous interpretation.
You might want to just do that one mission off screen then.
I'll probably have to.
It's like, I mean, because it's a pretty basic mission. I don't think people are missing a whole lot.
I thought I got that guy. The interpreter. I can't remember what happened
I
there.
thought you did too, because that's the one where you like get him from like the prison or whatever, and you can
shoot him
fold
through
out
the
of the little hole.
window. Yeah. I did that, didn't I?
I thought so.
Is that the one I S ranked and then it was like, nope, progress lost?
It could have been. It's a definite possibility.
That might be it. Boy, that'd be so sad. Yeah, that's been screwing me a lot, so I'll probably have to do that at some point. I just, you know, we're making progress. I don't really want to... I mean, we are and we aren't. To people watching, we're not making progress. To me, we're making progress, so...
I mean, we're having fun with it, and if we're having fun with it generally, I think more times often than not, it'll translate, so... It's not really a rush, I guess.
Extraction arrived at Mother
I'm gonna
Base.
take this one a slow gallop while I take a gander at this list real quick.
Alrighty then. Sweet little D horse just trotting along. You use a good little boy. It's awfully gray. Is he an old horse?
Maybe. Might just be his color.
He's an old boy horse. Over the crying.
What are you doing? Oh, wait. Okay.
I'm trying to think of good Western songs.
On the road again.
There you go. That's a better one.
I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. We're the best of friends. I might be getting the lyrics wrong. Like a band of gypsies traveling down the highway.
We could ride all night. On a silver dollar.
Wait, is that a song?
Something like that.
On a silver dollar?
One headlight. Bam, bam. Is that one motorcycle, like, progressive commercial or something? I don't remember. It's a good song, though, so I'm sold.
Enemy presence detected.
Oh,
Favorite. Okay, we're gonna do this one. What's your favorite TV advert? I'm gonna pause this for a second because they're about to spot me.
TV advert.
Yeah, think of your favorite like commercial or something. I don't know.
I'm not. Oh my gosh. TV advertisement. I don't really keep track.
I mean, you can think back to your past. He's got a skill.
Enemy presence detected.
Yeah, I guess was it the Starburst like juicy commercials? Those are pretty good.
Like the airplane one or whatever. They're like, how do they get all that juice in there? And it's like the
Oh yeah,
little fighter jet
I
dudes.
wasn't even thinking of those. I was thinking like the martial arts, like kung fu stuff or whatever.
I don't know if I've seen those.
Those were before that, I think. But those are really good. I forgot about those. I love those.
Those are the more recent ones, I think.
It's like how they get all that juicy flavor in one little bite. And it's like two like fighter jets and God, I love that. It's like pull up. It's like they don't all make it back. It's like God, this commercial's a little dark. I like it. I like it when they go awfully silly. It's fun to just go off the wheels a little bit.
I feel you. I'm gonna pick 2 if that's permitted.
Yeah, it's a back and forth.
But my 2 probably are for fun saying it.
Oh, you're gonna pick 2? I thought you meant like also. I was like,
Oh no.
I mean, I ain't gotta stop you.
I'm gonna pick 2 commercials. Oh sweet, tactical.
Okay.
And the 2 are, for fun of saying it, the Orajel training toothpaste with Little Bear, which I find hilarious.
Like
It's
little bear,
Little
like
Bear.
Berenstain.
I got your toothpaste. Orajel training toothpaste. It's something like that, and it's just goofy as all heck. No, Little Bear's its own series.
Oh, okay. I guess
Please select a drop
I remember it.
Wait, did I get this place, this outpost?
I think so.
There might be like another dude somewhere, I just don't know. There's that thing.
Oh, the gun truck.
Yep, that's exactly what I was looking for. And the other one, which I'm sure they would never do nowadays because it potentially offensive race-wise and a little racy, I guess, in that it kind of implies a sexual thing, but
Oh, I wonder if you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
the old man Hot Pockets thing.
Oh no, but that makes me think of another one. But go ahead.
He's like, it's the 2 kids sitting on the couch and they're about to kiss, and this like old Asian dude pops out and he's like, "You no hungry for girl, you hungry for Hot Pocket." It's ridiculous, but I love it.
That. Yeah, that was pretty good.
What did it remind you of?
Boy, one way worse than that, arguably. It was. I think everyone just was like, okay, what is going on here? It was like a Skittles commercial, and it was like of newlyweds, and they were like at a hotel, and the chick is like on her knees or whatever, and the dude's like, and the chick's like, oh yeah, give me some sugar, daddy. He's like, oh yeah, I got some sugar, yeah, and he's like, he's handling himself. I don't want to be super crude, but they're performing a sexual act, and then he like finishes, and it's like Skittles.
What the heck?
Like, what is going on?
I don't know that I've seen that
It's
one.
fantastic.
Jeez Louise.
It obviously it doesn't have to be said that it did not stay on air for very long.
Yeah, I can
I
imagine.
think that might have been a Super Bowl commercial. I'm not sure, but
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
I saw like once on TV, and that was it. I was like, wow, this is incredible. That's a ballsy move, Skittles. That's all I gotta say.
extraction.
think they made more, but I haven't seen the other ones. They made some crazy commercials.
Combat unit medical team. Dang, I was really hoping I'd get a translator. Oh shoot, we gotten way over, so we've gone way over.
Oh, we have? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we have.
Well, we'll get back to you.
Oops. Bye-bye.
Oh my god, he fucking fell! He fell!